Hello and welcome to the introductory lesson of the iOS 9 and Swift development course offered by Simplylearn. In this lesson, you'll get a brief overview of the course.
And my name is Jason Ripka. I'll be your instructor throughout the rest of the course.
As we all know, technology is advancing the way we live our lives and how we interact with each other and the electronic devices we use every day. This is perhaps most evident in the evolution of mobile apps. In this course, we'll be focused on Apple's lineup of mobile devices like the iPhone and the iPad. So what is iOS 9? What is Swift? And more importantly, why should you be interested in this course? The short answer is that iOS 9 is the operating system that powers the entire suite of Apple's mobile devices, and Swift is the programming language that developers use to make apps for these products. For true understanding of this, a little background is required. In 2007, Apple released the first iPhone, which revolutionized the smartphone industry and introduced what's now known as iOS, the operating system that powers iPhones and iPads. Just think back a couple years prior and you'll surely recall flip phones and beepers. Well, fast forward 8 years and we're now on iOS version 9. Throughout those years, thousands of improvements have been made to the operating system, allowing the devices that run on it to replace more and more gadgets. Gone are the days of carrying around a camera, a navigation system, an address book, a computer, and more. Now we're even replacing the traditional wallet and fairly new credit cards with electronic signatures and waivers. Almost anything can be done with these devices in iOS 9, and the demand for apps that push the hardware's potential to the limit has skyrocketed. More than 400 million people visit the Apple Store each week, searching for apps to make their life easier, to expand their creativity, and to entertain them. Perhaps you have the next killer app idea that will change the world once again. Skilled app developers are now in high demand, and that demand is only going to continue to grow as the hardware and software continues to become more and more complex. More than 800 million iOS devices have been sold, and each year 130 million people purchase their very first mobile device from Apple. In this course, you'll learn the skills needed to become a competent Apple developer by learning the latest Xcode, the development environment for all things Apple, the ins and outs of the iOS 9 operating system, and how to interact with it with the new Swift programming language. Swift was introduced in 2014 as an alternative to Objective-C for programming Apple's devices, and developers have taken a liking to it. By taking this course, you'll be able to develop apps for the iPhone and the iPad, utilizing basic programming skills that I'll teach you, as well as more in-depth frameworks and APIs that we'll use to make some truly great things happen. In this course, you'll not only learn the concepts, but get hands-on experience by developing an app portfolio using the skills acquired. Sales for iOS devices like the iPhone and iPad have been on the steady rise, and while Android continues to dominate the market in overall numbers, Apple dominates in customer satisfaction and device updatability. Almost 90% of all iOS devices are running on the latest version of the operating system. This is an ever-changing marketplace that is and will continue to grow as technology continues to evolve. App developers make an average of 50% more than web developers, and the demand for skilled iOS and Swift programmers is on a steady rise that doesn't seem to have an end in sight. Now is the time to learn how to make apps for the iPhone and the iPad, and iOS 9 and Swift is the clear path. To become a certified iOS app developer, it is mandatory to fulfill the following criteria. Complete the final project provided by Simplylearn within the online self-learning course access period. Screenshots of the final output and the source code used should be mailed to project submission at simplylearn.com within the online self-learning course access period. The completed project will be evaluated by the lead trainer. For any queries or difficulties while solving projects, you can get assistance from our on-demand support team. If you have subscribed to the live virtual classroom training, you may attend any ongoing batch of the iOS 9 course for assistance if you face any issues while implementing the project. Want to submit a query through on-demand support? It's simple. Just visit www.simplylearn.com and click Help and Support at the bottom of the page. You also have the option of Simply Talk and live chat, through which our on-demand support will resolve queries within 48 hours. So take the next step by enrolling and become an Apple app developer through Simply Learn's iOS 9 and Swift course today.